So I just made my post. I tried to make the post before I logged on, before I started the live. It made the post and then it kicked me out the live. Look. um, yeah. Quick little video. Actually, where's my chapstick? I was supposed to be ready for this video. Okay. So, hey y'all. I am Arailyus. If you've never seen one of my videos. Child, I am a socially awkward. I am the socially awkward creative. I create content about all kind of stuff. Whatever thought crosses my mind, that's what I make content about. So if you like randomness, you might like my channel. I do love fashion. I'm in the process of, like, I guess redoing my house, so I have some DIY content coming up. I'm really, really shocked because I didn't know I could do some of the things that I've been doing, so I'm really, really shocked. But I just wanted to make this really quick video. I try to always show myself in a positive light, but unfortunately I feel like that makes you a fake person, in my opinion. And I'm not saying, I mean, to each his own, but I'm not saying we all got to go out here and tell everybody our business or whatever. But it's just, my energy is off right now because there was something I really, really, really wanted, and it's not going to happen right now. And I'm trying to make peace with that. So I said all that to say that's why my energy is low. I know God don't make mistakes, but this was something I was really, really hoping for and really, really excited for. But again, God makes no mistakes, right? So the reason for this video, let's get into the reason for this video. Where did I put it? Look, yo, I would literally lose my head if it was not attached to my body. What in the world did I just do with that thing? This is the craziest thing ever. I literally... You know what? Satan, he just loves messing with me. He loves it. I think he really gets a kick out of it. Because I literally just had them daggone. Crazy. This is crazy. This is just straight crazy. I literally just had them daggone earrings. What the heck did I do with them just that quick? I be feeling like this is why I feel like I'm losing my mind. Like, I know I'm not losing my mind, but I literally... I literally just had those earrings. This is crazy. see. This thing was right here in front of me the whole time. Jesus. Anyway. You know what? This is okay. This is okay. This is okay. Because guess what? This is my real life. This is my real life. So yeah. As embarrassing as it is, this is my real life. But anyway, my birthday is on the 18th in like 2 weeks, right? I do have a trip planned, but child, anyway, I wanted to just buy myself something, but I knew it wasn't gonna be nothing expensive because that trip was expensive. So, I love fashion just like everybody, right? I love cute stuff. I like luxury stuff too, but I just don't pay luxury prices, right? So I'm schooling y'all in so I can show y'all. So right here, this first pair, this is a Tory Burch earring. And then the one behind it, I hope y'all can see, is CC, like for Chanel. I hope y'all can see. But anyway, the Tory Burch, she came from Shein. These little earrings were less than $3. These little Chanel's, I paid about $40 for them. That's Vixen if you hear something in the background. Yeah, I paid less than like $40 for these, and I've had them for a very long time. So I knew I wanted to get myself something else nice for my birthday where I wasn't going to have to spend a whole lot of money. So I went back to this little boutique we have here. It's called Boutique. Boutique. It's in Bonaire, Georgia, like middle Georgia. And so, again, the CCs I bought maybe back in February, and they still look good. And I know I probably can't show y'all, but this is the back that's on it. I apologize if y'all can't see. I didn't really think this through. I apologize. But I've had these earrings for a while. I've been wearing them for a while. I have not had any problems. My ears are not sensitive. Like, I clearly have not taken them off. I take showers. Everything's fine. So I think they're very great quality because I have very sensitive ears. I can't wear everything. So I went back today and got another pair. So these I thought were really cute. And I like the little small, cute little dainty type earrings and stuff. She had like some bigger stuff too, but this is the pair that I got today. I hope y'all can see. And I'm sure these are like Louis Vuitton. I cannot get a good picture of this. But they're like Louis Vuitton. And this is the name of the place. Boutique. And these were $35, as you can see. Yeah, golden LV diamond studs, $35. And I'm a veteran, so I got a military discount as well. So these were my new little pairs of earrings. Now they don't have the back that the Chanel's have. Like they just have the little regular little back. But I'm gonna try them on so you can see how they look. I still don't even know what I'm gonna wear for my birthday. Like when I tell y'all, there's just been so much going on. Like I have not had time to plan anything. Like I know I'm leaving and I have not packed nothing. Like I haven't, and I mean I'm gonna be gone for a little while, so I have not done anything. I feel like I have not done anything I needed to do, and that's because my mind wants to do a million and one other things at the same time. Hold on. Okay. Alright else. Okay. So this is how she looks. I think she's really, really cute. Small, dainty. She's classy. She's, you know, gold and, you know, with the little diamond. I think that is just adorable. I think that's just like the cutest little thing. And they're pretty thick, as you can see. It's a pretty thick earring. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in and just say, hey, like, how should I say this? I want to post content. I mean, I am posting content, but I don't know. Like the algorithm is algorithm, I guess, if I could just say it like that. The output is not even close to the input that I put into creating content, if that makes sense. Like, in a sense, what am I trying to say? There are other things that I need to be focusing on. I'm always gonna create content because I just love it, but I just have to focus on things that are actually going to benefit me. And everything is not about financial. I promise this is not just about financial because, yeah, I don't make no money off of content. So it ain't like this is like a job, a paid job. Like this, I literally feel like an intern, an unpaid intern creating content. And mentally, just where my mind is, where my mind wants to go, where I want to be, the peace that I want to have. Like, I'm gonna have to some kind of way push back a little bit from creating content. And actually it's not a bad thing because I want to focus more on my writing. Writing has always been a passion of mine. If you did not know, I am a published author. But I've just always love writing. So when I make videos, YouTube doesn't really push them. The shorts are here and miss. But believe it or not, my posts, my little daily, well, yeah, like my feed or whatever, it's actually where the traction is, like with my writing. And I know I made a video about this like a while ago, and I was literally saying, you know, as a content creator, trying to make it, fighting against the algorithm, you kind of have to just go where you're actually getting the interaction, I guess, if that makes sense. That's not what I'm trying to say, but most of my videos barely get 100 views, right? Shorts, it averages. I don't know. It's not a lot. I don't think I've gotten over 5,000 views on a short. I don't think. But my posts, like my writing, I've had 2 posts so far that have had like over 70 likes. Like those are posts. So that means out of all the people that read the post, 70 of them actually liked the post. Now, whether they read, all 70 read the post or not, but 70 people gave me a thumbs up. Hey girl, I was showing my earrings. I bet you missed all that. But I will show them to you again. These were my early birthday present. And they're like cute little Louis Vuitton type. And girl, I paid $35 for them. And I was saying because I'm a veteran, I got a military discount too. So they were a little less, but I was just talking, girl. I don't even remember what I was just talking about. Oh, okay. I don't even remember what I was just talking. Oh, I know what I was talking about. Thank you, girl. I know, right? And I was showing like I bought these from the same place maybe like in February. And I love them. Like they are so good. Oh shoot, did you see the earring? I don't even know, girl. They're so good. They don't bother my ears or nothing like that. My birthday is on the 18th. So not Friday coming up, but Friday after that is my birthday. But yeah. I was talking about yeah. I was talking about it was something I wanted to do, and it's not gonna happen right now. But you know, I always try to speak positivity. I always try to find the blessing in every lesson. And if I'm being completely honest, I had an uneasy feeling about the situation anyway. So, basically, you know, realizing that I'm not going to be able to do it, even though I really, really, really wanted to do it, it's actually a blessing, you know, in disguise, because, you know, we have the inclination, right, to ignore all the red flags, right, when it's something that we really want. And I didn't want to make a bad decision based on something that I personally want. What is that that's beeping? Vixen. She probably did something. But yeah, that was my little birthday present. I showed this little pair I bought from Shein, girl. These were like $3. Less than $3 from Shein. So yeah, I like the nicer things. I like the cute little, you know, luxury items, but child, I don't pay money for stuff like that. And this is not bragging, but I had an Audi, got rid of that. I had a Mercedes, I got rid of that. Because it's kind of like you pay all this money just for a name. Like, so yeah, I'm at a point where I'm trying to downsize, if that makes sense. Like, it's just, yeah, the things we do when we're chasing the world's approval. And yeah, now that I've actually already, it's been a year. It has been a year that since I started my celibacy journey, it has been a year. And now I'm at a place where I'm slowing down. And as much as I did not want to hear no about what I wanted to do, like, I just know had I went ahead and did it, I would have ended up regretting it. Just like, in relationships, when we ignore them little red flags at the beginning, that that be the shit we end up regretting. Like, damn it, why did I, accept that in the beginning? Because the reality of the situation is that people only treat you how you allow them to. Like, people only get over on you because you allow them to, right? Like, we don't like to admit and take our part in situations. Like, I mean, nobody wants to get scammed. Nobody asks to get scammed, but if we in our mind then sit up here and say, dang, something about this just don't seem right. If we didn't listen to our intuition, it wouldn't have happened, right? We wouldn't have got scammed if we would have listened to our intuition. But yeah, but I'm glad. I'm grateful that God gave me a sign before I got to a point where I found myself saying, dang, Arailyus, why didn't you listen before? Why didn't you pull back before? And I love that for you. I love that. And I'm a big fan of Nona Jones, and she has this her main thing is like the gift of rejection. And just like how she says, how can rejection be a gift? Like, it's painful, it hurts. Like, how can that be a gift? But when people reject you, when people hurt you, you're supposed to learn from that and say, okay, I won't do that again. So I guess it's more like the lesson that's the gift, in a sense. But yeah, we don't look at it like that. Thank you. We don't look at it like that at the time when we're in the situation. What are you doing, Vixen? No, ma'am. No. I said no, girl. Hold on. No, ma'am. You can't sit in that one. This is yours. This is your chair over here. That's Mommy Nice chair. You got to sit in this chair. This is your chair. Come on. You want to go say hey? You want to say hey to the camera? You want to say hey? Say hey. I'm Vixen. I'm Victoria. This is my little baby, y'all. Here, you sit in your chair, not Mommy's chair. You can't. You're so silly, girl. I'm sorry. Yeah, as I said, I'm doing like, not like renovations, but like decorations. I'm redecorating my house, and cats, they gotta check out everything. So I got this new little chair set up over here, and I think she's so cute, and Vixen thinks that's her chair too. Yes, that's my baby. I've had her over a year now, and she is a trip. She is definitely a trip. Oh, but I guess I could show y'all the other thing I bought too, from that same store, this boutique. I also got these wax melts, and this is the Sweet Grace Bridgewater. That's who makes it. And when I tell you, if y'all ever go in like them little fancy, little cute, little boutique type stores, like, this is exactly how it be smelling. Like this one, this is how I discovered this, because I went in the store, Lizard Thicket, and this was the scent, and I was like, oh my God, what is that scent? It's so good. It's so pretty. Like, this is literally what the boutique smell like. So I got this and it was only $8. And you get 6 in the pack. And then I also got the same scent in a little car thing. Now that's in the car. I'm not gonna go get that. I'm just being lazy. But it's the same exact scent in the little vent thing, little vent clip. But yeah, I like going to little cute little boutique. Like, I do like shopping on Shein for like cute, trendy, cheap stuff. But when I'm looking for like different kind of stuff, actually, I wonder, do they sell this on Amazon? I wonder, do they sell it on Amazon? This ain't on Shein. This ain't from Shein. I ain't never bought none of their like scent stuff. But no, I got this from the same little boutique. So I don't know that, but I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I was saying like for cheap stuff, you know, little trendy stuff here, I like Shein. But like different stuff that I know I'm not gonna see everybody wearing, you know, or I like going to like cute little boutiques. Like, I'm from the South. Like, I still go to City Trends, It's Fashion. I haven't been in a while, but I used to go to Cato, Simply 10, Rue 21, you know, like those type. Like, I still go in those kind of stores sometimes, because, I mean, you go to, Target, everybody gonna have what you have on. And I'm not saying they don't sell multiples in those kind of stores too, but those are kind of the stores that most people, we don't think to go and shop in stores like that. But I love shopping. I love fashion. I don't feel like luxury makes it fashion. It is, right? But yeah, like, it doesn't matter, like, spending $1,000 on a pair of earrings or spending less than $35 on a pair of earrings. Like, if you did not know that these were less than $40, you get what I'm saying? If I didn't tell you, you wouldn't know. That's what I meant to say. If I didn't tell you these were $40, less than $40, you probably wouldn't know that. But it's like, what's the point? Like, to spend all this money on the luxury stuff, which, again, is why I got rid of I got rid of the Audi for another reason. But that's why I ended up getting rid of the Mercedes, because it was kind of like, I'm spending all this money for what? Like, for luxury? Every time I got an oil change, like, it's pushing $200. And when it get to them 30,000, 40,000 miles, child, look, baby, you can have this car. Look here. I'm good. I got a Nissan now, and I love her. She's good on gas. It takes less than $40 to fill her up. She's cheaper. She still got the horsepower, just like, you know, the luxury vehicle. But I get to keep a couple dollars in my pocket now, right? So it's the same way when it comes to, you know, cute little stuff. Like I said, less than $3. And they're the same look. Like, I don't know. Like, Tory Burch, Chanel, Louis Vuitton. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's no point. Like, the same pictures, I'm not gonna get more likes on a picture if I spend $1,000 on a pair of earrings. Do you get what I'm saying? If that makes sense. But yeah, that's just mentally, that's just where I am. Thank you for your congratulations on my celibacy journey, but this was one of the best things I could have ever done for myself, because I can admit this. I was definitely chasing for the world's approval. Like, I needed the world's approval. If I posted something and it didn't get no likes, baby, I took it down, because, oh no, ain't nobody finna see that I didn't get no likes on the post, right? Like, it was literally that deep. And when it came to guys and relationships, my body had to be a contributing factor. You get what I'm saying? I think that too. I agree with that too. I truly agree with that as well. But yeah, God, through my celibacy journey, God, He really did a work in me. And that's why I said at the beginning, like, there was something I wanted to do. And I mean, I researched it, I planned for it, I was putting things in place for it to happen. Like, I really thought that, God was gonna bless it and it was gonna happen. And before, I got to the point where it was too far, God showed me, like, Arailyus, that ain't it. And, like I say, as bad as I wanted that, I mean, I still want it. But I'm just so grateful to God that He showed me, like, Arailyus, you already were feeling some type of way about the situation. Trust your instinct. Trust your gut. Like, when the Spirit is talking to you, when the Holy Spirit is condemning you, when there's this thing called discernment, right? I know we all know about it. I think God gives it to us all. I think we all have it. We just choose not to listen to it. That's what I think it is. But again, through my celibacy journey, I have started paying attention and listening and asking God, is this what I'm really supposed to do? And not every time, but sometimes God will give us the desires of our heart if it aligns with, His will for our life. So I truly believe that maybe right now He's not saying no. Maybe He's just saying, not right now, Arailyus. Or, you didn't think this through. I think I need you to give us a little bit more thought before I bless it. I'm not saying that it's not gonna happen. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna bless it. But I need you to think this through a little bit more. You're smart. You're a nerd. You're an overthinker. All those things that you were thinking, yes, they were right. All those thoughts you had when you were like, wait, but yeah, all that was right. All your intuition was right. All your, what's the word? I just said it. Discernment, it was right. All your thoughts, they were right. You were right. So now, if you really truly want this, you need to figure out another way. So that's where I am. And I owe that all to God. Like, that's what my celibacy, that's one of the things that my celibacy journey has done for me. Because, child, the old Arailyus would have been like, man, F that. I want it. I'm gonna do it. I'm going. And I'll deal with the consequences later. But fortunately, this is me bragging on God. I am at a place in my life where I have more to lose. I have too much to lose by making the wrong decision, right? So that's where I am now. Yeah, and that's truly what it is. Like, it's just, God is just saying, that ain't the way. Sometimes, people say it all the time, and that's why people say it, because it's true. The grass ain't always greener on the other side. And a lot of times, When things seem too good to be true, this is how we get scammed. Things seem too good to be true. And even though our mind is like, Arailyus, that seem too good to be true, this other side is like, for real, that is what I've been looking for, right? This has to be what I want because this is what I've been asking for, right? But yeah, I'm grateful to God that I have finally gotten here. And as painful as it is to hear no sometimes that's what you need to hear. So yeah, I just came to this realization today. Actually, I just came to the realization today. So I was saying at the very beginning, that's why my energy is a little low, because I literally just came to this realization today. So yeah. But in God's timing, that is just right. That is just right. In God's timing, if it aligns with what He has for your life. Yes, you said that. You said that, and that was the whole thing about it. Because literally I kept saying to myself, wait a minute, that and you know the thing about it, when a person is scamming you, like, you don't even realize what I'm still working on. God is still working on me. We hurt our own selves by talking too much sometimes. Sometimes the things that we say can put us in a situation where we can get scammed. Sometimes by saying things like, I need this done right now, a scammer is thinking, oh, I could probably get more money because she said she needed it right now. Or, again, this is me bragging on God. I don't live in the nicest neighborhood, but I do live in a nice neighborhood. Praise God, right? And you know, we talk about this in our little group chat thing. People come into our neighborhood and they be like, "Oh, these people got money." So whatever the price was, they're gonna add to it. You know, when they come here, and I have seen that firsthand. I actually made a video about that. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, in my mind, I was like, something ain't right. I kept saying something ain't right. Something ain't adding up. And like I said, today I was just like, you know what, Arailyus, just no. Just no. Because if you continue, like I said, just like a bad relationship, you gonna end up regretting it. You gonna regret it. So again, as a person with ADHD, we have to tell a whole story before we come back to our point. But I said all that to say, I'm just glad that I listened to God, because God will never lead me astray. He never has. People will, but God never will. People will never people will disappoint you every time. People will hurt you every time, but God never will. Yep, that's what it is. We can't see beyond what we want. That's literally what it is. What I wanted, like I said, the old me would have been like, child, whatever, I'm gonna do it anyway. But after you have bumped your head enough times, you finally be like, oh, okay, God, that's what you were saying. Okay. Oh. 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 I already got my chair so I can sit down. Oh. I was up last night, this morning. I was up this morning till like freaking 4 o'clock. It was late. Working on a project. That little grass wall I did. That was so much fun. So yeah, I went to sleep like probably about 5 o'clock this morning. And the only thing I did today, I had to go get my nails fixed. Cause child, this one was broke all the way down here. Like I had to wait for it to heal, for them to fix it. And then this one, it was like cracked. There was like a crack going all the way across. So I got those fixed and I grabbed lunch and I came back home, and me and that little girl laid right there on that couch and we took us a nap. So I've been up. I think I woke up at like 8 something. So I may go tinker with some more projects. I'm not sure. A part of me just kind of want to do nothing. Right? So yeah. Where are you located? Beautiful. And it's just like this one guy I love on TikTok. He has like, he's an African, I'm sure. He has like an African name, and I love music, and he does kind of like these parodies, renditions, or whatever of like throwback music. And you know, he'll have on the little wigs and all this or whatever, right? And I tell him the same thing. Like, I love his content, but I literally have to search for his content. I said all that to say the same thing about you, sis. I don't understand. I interact with your content. I like your posts. I follow you. I subscribe to you. So, okay. I don't understand why the algorithm won't push the content that I want to see. I don't know. But I guess that's every creator's complaint, right? I don't know. That's another reason too that, like, again, I'm not giving up on YouTube. I mean, I have in the past, but I just can't make YouTube a priority. Like, there's just no way. Like I said, God is good, because this nice house that God has blessed me with, it has nothing to do with social media. Nothing at all to do with social media. So, you know, clearly I don't need to do this for the money. I like creating content because it brings me joy. I'm a creative. I love fashion. You know, this is why I create content. But at the same time, I'm posting content, I'm creating content, and nobody is seeing it. The algorithm isn't pushing it. Like, I say this all the time. I have a backup channel, and I don't even get notifications to my backup channel all the time. I used to get email notifications from YouTube. All of a sudden, I don't get them anymore. Like, I don't know. Like, the algorithm, no, no. I feel like I work more for creating content than I do for my own 9 to 5 that actually pays me. So I don't know. But like I said, that means I can focus more on my writing, because I can definitely batch create my writing, because child, I'm a creative, and I have ADHD and bipolar and some other stuff, so it's always racing thoughts. Always, 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 always. When ChatGPT works like she's supposed to, I create content all the time. What do you think it could be? Well, I mean, I am a spiritual person, right? And in my opinion, I just feel like this is the enemy's way of suppressing my voice. Um, for a long time, I hid my voice. I was quiet. I didn't talk back. I hid my gift. Like, you know, before I started my celibacy journey, it was bad, girl. I'm telling you, like, I needed approval from the world. I did. You know, and now that I have finally accepted who I am in Christ, and God has already approved me, God has already confirmed me, God has already supported me, God has already gave me the influence, right? So now I'm creating content from a different place, you know, and Satan don't want me pushing that. You know, he don't want nobody to know that I came out of bondage. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just the only place I can go. Only because, I mean, I know the algorithm is the algorithm, but at the same time, before I started taking social media, I have never heard that, girl. Thank you. But before I started taking social media serious, like, child, I could post and get likes. Like, it wasn't nothing. But once I started taking it serious, and especially once, you know, I found my voice in God, child, don't, no. Hide her stuff, right? It's the only logical explanation. Because just like everybody, you know, I feel like I have something really important to say, you know. And it's not, I know it's not my content, because when it does get pushed, people like it. They engage with it. Yes, and that's the whole point about it. Like, the enemy wants your mind to stay, he wants you to stay in the darkness. He doesn't want you to find your voice. He doesn't want that. So, yes, the fact that I have found that he gonna suppress me as much as he can. But yeah, like I was saying, when people do see the content, they do interact with it. They do like it, you know. So that's how I know that that's the only thing it could be. Like, that's just what I think. Cause I mean, I know we all can relate to, you know, especially as a content creator, you know, you putting out something good and it doesn't get pushed, and yet you see somebody posting the weirdest, randomest thing, like something stupid, and it goes viral. Like, you get what I'm saying? Or when you actually do get traction, it's for something mediocre. You get what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna give you this example. In May, I went to a concert. It was October London, Tamar Braxton, and Ro James. I love October and Ro James. Tamar, sis can sing, but whatever. So, I came up here for the concert, recorded or whatever. There was a clip where October London brought Tyrese on the stage, right? And I mean, the audience, we like, Atlanta loved Tyrese. Like, we gave him like a huge, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we showed him love. And the video that I posted on TikTok, all I said was, I don't care what nobody say, this man always gonna be fine AF to me, right? And I tagged Tyrese in October London. And see, this is how I know, because I got a point. So that video itself on TikTok has like 114,000 views, right? Over 3,000 likes, shares, comments, saves. The video to this day is still getting traction. I posted another video about him where all I said was, y'all, look at this man. That video got over 3,000 views, something like that. Like, the videos about him was getting views and stuff. Child, the stuff I post about me, child, it ain't get pushed. The algorithm ain't pushing none of my stuff. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy. And again, that's just how I feel. When it comes to social media, like anything to keep it, it's first of all, social media is a distraction, a huge distraction, and it's a terrible addiction, terrible addiction, and it's kind of like when it sees, you've opened up your eyes and you're realizing what's going on, and you start saying stuff like, I'm gonna just get off. Oh, now all of a sudden they want to push a video. Now they want to give you a little traction, and then as soon as you stop posting and you post again, baby, you ain't even getting 100 views on TikTok. You ain't even getting 50 views on TikTok. Like, it's a mind game. It's literally a mind game, and I just don't have time for it. Social media is not what it used to be back in the day. Social media has turned into a business, and because it's a business, like, it's competition, and those of us with a voice who have something to say, a message from God, or whatever, something that can better people's lives, I say that too. But you're trying to help people, and the algorithm don't want to hear that. But if you're pushing, I'm going to go there, their agenda and all this stuff, oh, they love you, Last year, I had a sponsorship with a company. My first like real paid sponsorship. I worked with them last year. You think they reached out this year? I have not heard, not from one person. I have not heard from not one. We would like to send you, child. I have not heard from one. And that's because my content has changed. It's deep. Like, number one, I'm an overthinker. I'm a nerd. I'm a sapiosexual. Like, I just absorb knowledge, right? And I don't like hearing no. I don't like hearing that's just the way it is. So in my mind, I'm gonna start putting 2 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4. I'm gonna start putting shit together, right? I'm gonna start putting stuff together. The sponsorship itself, yeah, I mean, it was straight. But apparently the direction that my content is going in now, it does not align with their vision. I mean, that's the only reason I could think of that, they didn't work with me, because I worked with them twice. So the fact that they didn't reach out this year, I don't know. But at the same time, like I said, this beautiful home that I have, social media ain't contributed not a penny to it, not a dime towards it. You feel me? Nowadays, girls that used to support you, used to tell you your outfits were cute and all this or whatever, now they act like they don't see your post, but if you go on their page, they got on the same thing you got on. They using your lingo, your captions, your vibes, right? But they swear they not following you. They swear they not copying you. But they not liking your post no more. They used to comment, they used to share, they used to like, and they don't no more, right? Like, I hate that. But again, rejection, the gift of rejection. Because unfortunately, when God blesses you and you find peace that other people don't have, they start hating you. When you, through this celibacy journey, when I tell you I have lost so many people, oh my God, I feel like I lost everybody. Like, I call myself Job. Yeah, a lot of stuff I post is from experience, but I truly feel like Job. I feel like I have lost everyone that I thought mattered to me. It's been a lot. But what I have gained in return has been worth it. Yes, peace. Yes. And I know it don't seem like it, you know, because at the end of the day, we can't forget I live with mental disorders. And at the end of the day, yes, ma'am. Like I always say, where the mind goes, the body follows, right? So Satan is always going to keep attacking my mind, you know, because he, in his eyes, he's like, I had her before, I'm going to get her back, you know. And I always say he act like a little vindictive female. He act like a little vindictive female. If I can't have you, can't nobody have you. So there are always little battles that I fight. I mean, like I say, the whole social media thing, like the algorithm thing, like I have no issues with anybody. I don't have friends, so I ain't worried about nobody betraying me and all this or whatever. I ain't got no man. Like, God is good. I still have my job. For the most part, I have my health and strength. You know, I'm good. So what does Satan do? He attacks the only thing that he can attack, which is my social media, my content creating, right? I mean, it makes sense to me. If there's nobody around me to cause a storm, Satan will find a way to make a storm in your life. Like, I'm learning this. But yeah, that's the only battle that I'm fighting. That is the only battle that I'm fighting. And like I always say, as long as I keep fighting, he can't win. And that's just what I tell everybody. Even on my worst day, Arailyus, keep fighting. As long as you keep fighting, he can't win. This too shall pass. These thoughts are only momentarily, meaning that this too shall pass, meaning that don't make a permanent decision on a temporary emotion or feeling or thought, right? And these are things that God has taught me through my celibacy journey. So I know that was a lot, but girl, celibacy was the best thing I could have ever done. That's the best thing I could have ever done. Oh, let me tell this little funny little story, right? So I was in Lowe's the other day, and I think I made a post about this too. I was in Lowe's and I was looking for this little screw or whatever, and there was a guy in there. And you know, we as women, you could tell, like, oh, he gonna try to talk to me. He gonna say something to me. Like, you can feel the energy, you can feel the vibe. So I knew when I walked past him, he was gonna say something, right? Long story short, you know, he was trying to make little conversation, asking me questions. What project are you working on? Oh, is that what your job is? You know, little stuff like that. Child, this boy that said, I ain't gonna call him a boy. This man that said he was a therapist. Oh, child, look. First of all, as I said, I'm a nerd. I'm a sapiosexual. I crave knowledge, right? So, the fact that, you know, we held a little conversation, we talked about religion, and, you know, we was kind of on the same page, right? You know, it seemed so good, like just wrapped up in a little bow, right? He was saying all the right things. You know, can we have a little coffee date, little dinner date, you know, whatever. On paper, he was checking boxes. And I mean, he even smelled good too, right? I'm talking about, he sprinkled a little extra on him. But when I tell you, telling him no, that shit felt so good to me. It felt so good to me because I know it was a trick. I know it was a trick of the enemy. At that point, I had not made it to a year yet. I just hit a year, I think, this week, right? So, I just knew it. I knew he was gonna come with something, and I blocked it. And I love, love, love that for me. I love that for me because I can see the growth. I can see the old Arailyus and the new Arailyus. Yeah, and I love what I see. This process, I won't lie, it's been very painful. I think I've already said that. Losing people, the loneliness, finding out the people that you thought cared about you or loved you or would ride for you or that you would do anything for, finding out those people really hate you. Like it's not that they don't like you or they don't care for you. No, they hate you. And that for me has been a very, very, very painful. That I think that's been one of the most painful parts because God did not create us to be alone. God created us for a community. And unfortunately, my community was not built on a firm foundation. I think I made a post and I was saying, the people I thought were laughing with me, no, baby, they were actually laughing at me. What are you doing? You just, what, ma'am? What do you want? What do you want? I don't even know what you want. I fed you. I don't feel like going back outside. It's hot, girl. It's almost 12 o'clock. She be wanting all my attention, but then when she have my attention, she don't be stemming. Oh, it really is jealousy. A lot of it is jealousy, and I don't know. I have this thing about trying to claim something that I'm not. I will say this. I don't look at myself as like a prophet or a pastor, none of that kind of stuff. But I can tell that God put a light inside of me. I do know that. And I can talk about life and people and God and not be a pastor. I have my opinions about churches. I have my opinions about a lot of things. I know I say it as a joke. I don't have, I'm not ordained. I don't have a PhD. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist. But I love to say that I put on my psychiatrist glasses. These are not the ones, but my little cat eye, those are my psychiatrist glasses. And I have a degree in what did I say? I have a doctorate in trauma with a specialization in disorganized thinking or some weird stuff I be saying. But my point that I'm making is you don't need a degree to be able to minister to other people, to be able to feed into other people. Like, and again, this goes back to the whole social media thing. Like, people feel like if you don't have 1 million followers, you don't have anything to say. And I'm not even going to go back there, but I just know personally what I have been through, where I have been, what God has brought me through, where I am going, and the person that God has created me to be. I see that. And because of that, I can speak from a place of, well, this is what I went through, learn from my experience, you know. Although a lot of the things I went through were very much self-inflicted. I will admit that. I'm very much hard-headed. I very much make bad decisions. Um, but God. But God, right? They truly are. They truly are. I have my opinions on, yeah, child, yeah. But yeah, just like they say, you know, the prophets in the Bible, again, not calling myself a prophet, but the prophets in the Bible, excuse me, the apostles, even Jesus himself, they lived horrible lives. You know, that same people on Friday that were saying Hosanna in the highest, shouting Hosanna in the highest on Friday, were saying crucify him. Like, oh, do you get what I'm saying? Like, living the Christian life, and I think this is why it's so hard and why so many people choose to go the other way, because it is hard. Being a Christian, I mean, yes, we know the purpose of it, you know, so we can live in heaven with God when this life is over. You know, we do what we're supposed to do here on earth, and if we're obedient to God, and you know, we do the right things, we will be in heaven with him when you know, your life comes to an end. But I forgot what I was saying. I'm sorry. Hold on, it'll come back in a second. But I know, yeah, I was just saying, you don't need a degree to teach about things. Life is the best teacher. I do have degrees. I have a bachelor's. I have a bachelor's in HR, business administration specialization in HR. I have an MBA, specialization in digital entrepreneurship, right? I have degrees, and guess what? I did not get one job based on any of those degrees. But I graduated with over $70,000 in student loan debt, right? Praise God for being a disabled veteran. You know, the VA paid my student loans, but what if I wasn't a veteran? What if I had to pay $70,000 in student loans and I did not get a job or a promotion or anything, right? Child, that's again, I have an opinion about a lot of things. College is one of the biggest scams as well. Like, child, a lot of things are scams. And again, because I'm aware of these things and I speak out about these things, you know, especially with me being a small creator, Satan is like, nope, let's nip this in the bud before she get too powerful, right? So yeah, that's why that's truly how I feel. And I feel like that's why my content, you know, is not doing as well as it should be or could be. But what I have to focus on is the obedience, you know, God telling me to keep going. And like I said, I'm not giving up on YouTube, but it won't be my focus. Yeah, you know what? I heard something that said it's easier. How was it said? Sometimes we hear a lie and we know it's a lie, but it's easier to go along with the lie because not going along with the lie would make you an outsider, right? Basically. So even sometimes when the truth is presented in facts, these are the facts. we will still go along with the lie and not to even go there. But I think that's what's happening with the whole Trump situation. Um, I didn't vote for him, of course, but people they thought, well, he say he gonna do this, he say he gonna do that, and we're believing them, and he's showing us all these things that are happening. He's doing all these things, and like they call him the MAGA, we're presenting them, well, he did this, he did that, and instead of them saying, okay, he was wrong for that, they downplay it, or they try to justify it, or they try to say, that's not true, that's not what he said, right? I had lost my train of thought. I had to talk myself through that one. But yeah. I voted independent, actually. I didn't vote for Kamala either because I wasn't a fan of her either. Like, child, we live in very scary times, and it's just, all it takes is money. Literally, all it takes is money. And now all these people, I don't know a whole lot about it. I know what I've heard. He done got his bill passed, and now the MAGA are mad. Wait a minute. Somebody was like, I voted for Trump to be racist, not broke, right? And they see, now his big, beautiful bill and all these other things, it's going to affect them, But unfortunately, some of those, they call it a cult. They said if MAGA is really a cult, because a lot of them, they still downplay it, even though they will be affected, even though some of them will lose health care, even though some of them have lost jobs, and even though some of them will be deported, even though all these bad things will happen to them, some people are still going to make excuses for him. They are still going to support him. And like you said, because disagreeing with that makes you an outcast, and that's the problem with people. That's how Satan keeps us prisoners to our mind. I made a post. I don't know if it went up today or if it's going up tomorrow, but the other problem with social media is that we're at a point where we don't even know who we are anymore. Every week there's a different trend. Every week we're supposed to be this girl, that girl, a gym girly. We're in our soft girl era. Every week something is different. Social media tells us what we should look like, what we should eat, what we should do, what kind of job we should have. We look to social media for direction, and that's how Satan keeps our mind entangled, enslaved, because we believe everything that we see on social media. Yep. And then I said on the side of that, it's like, because me personally, like, I want to be a gym girly. I have literally my whole life, I feel like not my whole life, my adult life, I have been, ever since I've been out of the military, I've been like a gym girly, a fitness girly, and for whatever reason, I just cannot find my motivation right now. And the problem with trying to fit into the gym girly aesthetics is that I start looking down on myself because I don't have the discipline to go to the gym, because society tells me that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So if I can't do it, I now look at myself as a failure, right? Girl, I am such an overthinker. Yeah. these are just more reasons as to why I feel like my content is not being pushed. Because, child, don't nobody want to hear the truth. Don't nobody want to hear the truth. They rather hear a beautiful lie than the ugly truth. So, yeah. But I think I'm about to get up. Yeah, Vixen, I think I'm done. Okay? I'm glad you understand, because I'm telling you, people try to make you feel like something is wrong with you when you start making too much sense. People truly, oh Lord, here she go. Oh, she deep. Holy roller. Like now, it's like people can't just be happy for you. Now they still gotta try to talk shit about you. Oh, she done made it a year. Don't ask her out, y'all, cause she ain't gonna have sex with y'all. Right? You get what I'm saying? Like, instead of saying, yay, she went a year on her celibacy journey, congratulating her, they turn around and say, child, ain't nobody gonna want you now. Right? But what they don't realize is that I don't want them, so I don't care, right? The thing about a bully, unfortunately, it took me almost 44 years to realize. The thing about a bully is normally all you got to do is stand up to them. Normally. Now, there are some that they're just relentless. They're just going to keep coming. But most bullies, all you have to do is stand up to them once. Or the people whose table you've been begging to sit at for so long, stop asking to sit at their table. See what happened. Build your own table. See what happened. The fact that I have embraced, not only accepted, but embraced that I am socially awkward. Guess what, baby? You can't hold that against me. Not only did I accept that I'm socially awkward, all I did was add it creative to the end, and now that is who I am. I have accepted who I am. So all the things that you used to try to say against me, to use against me, to try to make me feel bad, all that was just the blueprint for me to walk into my destiny, right? Look, people don't like that. And I'm telling you, girl, Satan don't want nobody. He don't want me telling nobody that. He don't want nobody to hear that. He don't want nobody to hear me saying that. So, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep talking about God, but it's just not. I'm just not gonna put all my effort into something that's just not doing anything for me. Especially when my writing, which is what I feel like I love the most, is the thing that is working for me. So yeah, that's the thing. He doesn't. He don't want nobody free. And yes, and look, because I am who I am, I'm gonna joke about things. I remember making this little post where, the guy's like, well, what do you bring to the table? And I said, baby, I am the table. And the table ended up being one of them little children's little playset table, just as a joke. But baby, you can't look. I am who I am. I laugh at myself. I roast myself. I talk about myself. When I make mistakes, Vixen, why my chair's tearing up, girl? When I make mistakes, I own them. I don't edit them out of my videos. I keep them in the video, right? I have accepted who I am, so you can't make me feel bad. YouTube does hide comments, and every now and then I go through and I read the hidden comments, And I do laugh. I do very much laugh at some of those comments because, child, folks behind these computers, they feel like they can say and do whatever, knowing damn well if they was to your face, they wouldn't say the shit that they were saying. Or, they try to, what's the word? Intimidate you off of the internet. Baby, you're not gonna, for 40, almost 40, for 43 years, I have let people intimidate me, bully me, manipulate me, blackmail me, all these things for damn near 40 years. I have finally found my voice. I have finally put my foot down and I said, you are not going to do that to me no more. Right? That's just where I am now, and I stand on that. I deserve to be where I am, to be able to talk the way that I talk, to have the confidence that I have. Like, child, I deserve to be here. I truly deserve to be here, especially when literally my mind used to try to tell me every day that I didn't need to be here, that I shouldn't be here, that the world would be better if I wasn't here. I just keep going. So, like Donnie McClurkin's song says, it's not wrong here, I belong here, so you might as well get used to me. Right? So yeah, that's the good thing though, because like I said before, I always quit social media YouTube anyway, because I wasn't getting the views and the likes and stuff. But I'm not doing that anymore. Now, I will delete a post and repost it. I will do that. Because sometimes the algorithm do be playing in your face, right? I will do that. But just because a post ain't getting no views or nothing, I'm not just going to delete it. Like, oh, she didn't get no views. But that's where I am. And I'm so grateful. And now that I have talked through this, I'm starting to feel better about the situation. I'm starting to feel better about God saying, think this through a little bit more, Arailyus. You want to go outside? You want to go outside, fat mama? Yeah. They are the lies of the enemy. Where you at, boo? You want to come on? You want to go outside? I'm gonna get ready to end this live because it is 12 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining me, sis. I appreciate you. I appreciate you listening to me and making me feel heard and making me feel like, girl, you ain't crazy, because I done been there too, or I'm there right now. So I truly appreciate that. And I truly mean this. Like, as a content creator, I feel like we all would love to see, thousands of views on our content, on our lives, and, all these comments and stuff. But if it's not genuine, kind of what's the point? And I always say, if I can just meet one person, if I can just reach one person, if I can just help one person, that's really what it is. That does it for me. If it's meant for me to take off as a content creator, I will. But if not, I have to be comfortable and content with being in my little corner where I am right now. So yeah, thank you for making me feel heard. I really appreciate you, sis. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Come on, mommy.